Anybody here go through a breakup recently? Woo, yeah. Right answer. I figure you did the breaking up.
I did not.
Oh, okay. That's a fascinating story in itself. 50-50. Okay, we're going to talk after the show. I'm going to get down to the bottom of this. I went through a breakup recently. I had to break up with somebody, and breakups can be brutal. This one wasn't pleasant at all. She cried, like a lot, throughout the whole thing. And I didn't want her to cry. Like, that's the last thing I wanted her to do. But I would have been disappointed if she didn't cry. Do you guys understand that sentiment, right? Like, you want to hurt anybody, but it kind of feels amazing knowing you had that impact on somebody's life, that they're devastated over you, right? It's fantastic. It was like, it reaffirms that, hey, I am the blessing that I think I am. And of course, like, I'm not going to be in your life anymore. Your life should be in shambles now, of course. I went shopping recently with a good friend of mine. She's a girl, and we're only friends at the moment because she insisted be that way. Because that's a decision women get to make. But guys, we get to go, hey, that's a great idea. Like, that's what we get to do. That's our privilege. But, you know, I do enjoy her friendship genuinely when shopping. I'm just not good at shopping with women. You know, I'm just atrocious at it. And I suppose this time I was just extra bad because she turns to me and goes, you know what, David? Sometimes I just wish you were gay. I was like, why? You're already not sleeping with me. You know, I was like, it's not going to really change our dynamic at all, really. And she goes, no, I wish you were gay so you can help me when I go shopping. I was like, that is so selfish. Because, like, if her wish came true, do you know what would happen? I'd be gay. Like, that's it. Because not all gay men are amazing at shopping. So it's kind of a huge gamble she's taking with my sexuality, you know? Like, if that didn't work out kind of the way she wanted to. And also, like, if all she wanted me to do was, like, help her pick out pretty dresses, then just wish I knew how to do that, right? It's so simple. Just wish I knew more about women's fashion, clothing, leave my sexuality alone. That's the wish to make. Or better yet, why don't she wish she was more stylish and trendy, right? You know, why don't she fucking take responsibility for the way she dresses and looks instead of putting that on my doorstep? So, like, she couldn't pick an outfit out, so now I gotta go suck a dick? Like, how's that fair? Not asking a lot from a friend. It's like, how about I just help you move instead, all right? Let's dial this friendship down a notch. My finances are in shambles right now because none of my friends will stop getting married and having kids. I don't know if you guys are going through that nonsense. Like, no one told me it was going to be so expensive to be happy for other people, you know? Like, there's a warning they should have given me, like, freshman year of college. It's like, hey, you kind of only need 5 people in your life. Everybody else is just going to be a financial burden on you. It's like, I'm at a point where, like, I can't even make new friends. So it's like, someone introduced me. He's like, hey, this is my buddy Jeff. I'm like, get Jeff the fuck away from me, all right? So I cannot afford to be heartwarming or charming to you right now, Jeff, all right? It's like, I gotta pay AT&T $90 this month. Get out of here, Jeff. I do like going to weddings. Weddings are great. My favorite part of the wedding is when the bride throws the bouquet. That's like when the night crescendos for me, you know? It's like it combines hope and desperation all in kind of one meaningful, loving experience. But here's the thing about that ritual. Like, weddings are already fun. Like, there's so many fun activities going on at the weddings. They don't need that, you know? You should save that joyful experience for an event that really needs it. I was only thinking about that because a couple of weeks from today, I have to go to this funeral. Yeah. Now, I was thinking, if for any reason at all this funeral is like a complete bummer, what better way to liven the mood than to run up front, take that wreath and just kind of fling it into the crowd? And then whoever catches it, I can be like, oh my God, congratulations, you're next. Hey, how exciting. You're always saying always the pallbearer, never the pall. Well, guess what? You made it, buddy. Let's get on Pinterest and plan this, all right? Bill Cosby ruined love for me. I don't know if he did that for you guys, but he ruined love for me. Like, you all heard what happened. I think he did it. It's atrocious. Did you guys hear about Bill Cosby's divorce? No, because he didn't get divorced. His wife is still with him. After all that, his wife stayed with him, all right? Not only that, when they asked his wife about what she thought about the whole situation, she said, listen, I know Bill cheats on me, but what these women are accusing him of doing, they're only doing so they can get a check. Now, where am I gonna find a woman like that? Right? They don't exist anymore, all right? That is ride or die to me, all right? And that's kind of like the standard. Like, I don't see, you know how like I've dated women who've done these hypothetical questions, like, hey, would you still love me if like I lost an arm? Or would you still love me if I gained like 50 pounds? I feel like now I can come back and say like, listen, if 44 women came out of the woodworks and accused me of sexual assault, and you don't clap back at them, calling them gold digging hoes, well then I have to seriously question whether or not you're really about this relationship. It's like, I don't know where to go from there. Who here has white guilt? One person. I was expecting more, but okay. This is an all lives matter kind of crowd, but that's fine. We'll work with this. I don't know. Here's the thing, like, I think about race too much. You can do that. You can overthink race, because I was thinking about hell, and I believe that hell has a diversity problem, the way it's overpopulated by white men. Do you guys think about that? Like, when I think about hell and who's in hell, it's just mainly white guys. And of course, there's a couple of people of color in there, but they only got there through like some weird affirmative action program, and the devil's not happy about it. He looks at that person of color and is like, hey, you're taking up a spot that really belongs to a white guy, and I don't like that. I'm just saying, like, evil people of color and evil women aren't respected as much as evil men. All right? Because, like, think about it. Every time someone has a time machine, what do? They go back in time and they try to kill Hitler, or they try to kill Stalin, or they try to kill Biff from Back to the Future 2. That's white privilege, guys. No one's trying to go back in time and try to kill Pol Pot. No one's trying to kill Idi Amin. No one's trying to kill Genghis Khan, Pinochet. Like, listen, like, their Holocaust didn't mean anything. You know, they committed genocides. How come we're not trying to take these guys out? It's disrespectful, okay? What am I trying to say here? If you have a time machine, go back in time, try to kill a person of color. That's all I'm saying. It's less racist that way. But they have to be like an evil person of color. You just can't kill anybody all willy-nilly. I don't know. I talk about race a lot. I think it's fun to find out how stupid you can really be, because that's what, and it's fun. Like, you learn how stupid you are, and then you grow from it. One of my best friends, he's Indian, and I talk about race with him the most. And we had a conversation recently about like what slur we find the most offensive. All right, and he tells me that the racial slur he finds the most offensive is when someone calls him a camel jockey, because a camel jockey is a Middle Eastern slur, and he's Indian, and that's super offensive to him. And I think that's weird, you know? It's like, why do you even have a preference in how someone hurts your feelings, right? It's like, how would you like someone to slander you exactly? Like, if he called you an Indian slur, like, how does that make it better? And also, I feel like he's expecting too much from a racist. Right? Like, how does he want that to go down? Like, he's walking down the street, a racist crosses over, he go, excuse me, by chance, are you Indian? He's like, oh my God, yes, I am. He's like, okay, thank God. I was about to call you a camel jockey, but then I caught myself because I realized, hey, not all brown people are alike, right? It's like few races can really distinguish the idiosyncrasies between Middle Eastern culture and Indian culture, and they just start throwing out slurs randomly. But I'm not like that, and thank you for sharing. Anyways, get the fuck out of my country, all right? And that's how. All right, thank you very much. That's my portion of the show. We're gonna keep this amazing lineup going. Your next comic, you might have seen him on the special without.